Residents claim that the young men on Terminal Road are being targeted by the police in their search for a wanted man. Tiny's mother says the killing of her son was unjustified.
We need justice for my son, my 17-year-old son, where then kill innocently, execution. Because they take him out and I'm sleep in front of him like a 14-year-old sister and kill him. And as me a go in the house, oh my God, man. You are holding mother and push back him mother and fling back him mother out the door like me a wa. Me a beg you to save my son because me just bury one day and me a beg you to text me and I tell you. And you still push him back out and say, what it, that girl, come out. And then when one house, not even a search warrant, you don't come with a search warrant. You don't come and knock up, you just come and kick off my door.
Mumbo clot! Stop that, you know. Stop that blood clot, you know. Watch out. Come on, what is it? We tried the more difficult route there, but we couldn't see Mark. Chucking a tree? Nah, man, this not right. This not right. How the hell chuck me in a tree?
I like that because
Nah, man. Nah, man. Whoa. Whoa, God.
that sounds like a bus.
Whoa.
If I hear the truck make a sound.
Whoa.
Constant Spring Road, right up at Dunrabin. Be my catch a fire right now. The bun to fast watch it. BF Sparks in a come out of it.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. I guess by now you probably figure out the theme of this video. It is called Madness and Mayhem on the Road. The people are actually deading. Now the second video that you just saw is of an accident that took place in Trelawney. It is said that a truck, don't know if it is a market truck because it was in the wee hours of the night, lost control, flip over, fling out people, broke in 3 pieces. Think it hit a next vehicle, not too sure on that. Persons were badly injured. Some people missing because of the speed that it was traveling. Some people fling way over in the bushes. And we've seen incidents or accidents in which them can't find the bike, them can't find the people. Couple days later, the person is stinking in the bushes. So we can expect not only the injuries, possible death. The first one, not really sure, somebody sent me that video, but I know that it was also last night. Less than 24 hours ago, as a matter of fact, the last video that I did on this channel, I said, because of the Easter weekend, Good Friday, and then Monday again, we can expect to see a lot of carnage on the road and people. I was not wrong. What is ironic is the fact that your Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, Head of Safety, Mr. Dr. Lucian Jones, and the Head of the JCF, Trafficking Enforcement and Branch Rete, they had a high-level meeting and they were talking what they are going to do to clamp down on these drunk drivers, these people with metal, heavy foot, lead foot. However, people, in my opinion, if they want change, they have to do a brain mindset replacement surgery, culture replacement surgery, wherein these people are going to be replace their stubbornness with patience, replace their sense or not lack of sense or nonsense or dumbness or stupidness, stubbornness with sense. That is the only way it is going to ever change, because in Jamaica, like I've always said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We've seen results. So therefore, nothing changed, just another day in a paradise, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news and continuing on the theme of madness and mayhem, carnage on the road. We saw that a very popular TikToker known as Akeem Brooks picture on the screen as I speak. He lost his life in a car accident. He was thrown out the vehicle. Think that he was driving by himself. I have the pictures, no video. However, what we saw is Mr. Brooks laying on the ground, body parts contoured in some unnatural position or direction. Pretty much it was a BLOODY mess. Again, obviously, Mr. Akeem was probably speeding, lost control, don't know what he hit. If it was a one vehicle accident, don't know the details. What I do know is Akeem is actually D3ADLY. In case you don't know who Mr. Akeem Brooks is, I want you to take a look at this video that he made recently. I am not sure how recently he made this video, but it shows the type of humorous person that he was, jovial person that he was. Take a listen, take a look, then I'll give my piece.
Akeem Brooks, chat.
Bees are represent for Akeem. Alright, see that what you can
Go on, man, yeah, man, continue.
Bees are represent for Akeem Brooks.
Akeem Brooks.
Yeah. Right now, bees are represent for Akeem Brooks. Akeem.
Yeah, Brooks, yeah, go on again.
Rich, these pages. Risen fresh. I get them time I'm shining for them long time. 6 for 5 different.
We are representing.
Bees are represent for Akeem Brooks.
Yeah.
Right now, new.
Right
Akeem
now.
Brooks, I get them time I'm shining them long time. 6 for 5 different. Don't black them. Akeem come like a wishy soft them. Right now, risen fresh. But what's that got Akeem running fucking black as
So people, like I said, that one video kind of explains or shows the type of jovial person that he was. However, this situation of these drivers on the road, it is no laughing, it is no joking matter. It seems as if whenever people get some sorts of money, it is a blessing, but sometimes it becomes a curse. It kind of puts too much hype, too much adrenaline in our people, and them stop think for themselves. They start to get carried away. And whenever you get carried away, and whenever you get too hype, you then lose your stripe, lose your life. I think that that is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if St. Elizabeth, that once was the breadbasket capital of Jamaica, is now the dead-fastly capital of Jamaica. And it is all because of scamming and proceeds of crime. I am going to give you 2 perfect references. The first reference was of an incident that took place in which a young girl, her name is Lottie, lost her life. Based on the information, it is said that Lottie is from Southfield. However, Lottie jump up and left Southfield and moved to Lattice, something like that. It is because she had to run away from where she was because she was hot. Now, people, here's the thing. Hiding in Jamaica, leaving from Kingston or even to Negril, it is still too small, a couple of hours from Kingston to Negril. So just imagine moving from Southfield to Lettuce. It is like fishing in a bucket. You are not going to be hard to find. But she knew why she picked up from Southfield and left. However, the people were hot on her trail. Not as if she was hiding very far anyways. Now, when you look at the age of Lottie is a young girl. And not to say that you cannot be young and ambitious and achieve certain things in life. However, Lottie operated 3 bars. Bar, not so much. Lottie also operated a car rental company in which she was renting high-end cars. Now, people, you've seen a whole lot of your favorite bloggers, social media personalities with all sorts of vehicles that they rented, that they buy from car dealership, rent a car company, use them in a video, rate, lele. So when you think about the fact that She did not come from a wealthy family. All of a sudden, she just have whole heap of high-end vehicle rent, 2 bars. And she was also throwing partner. When we think about the bar, yeah, you can make a little money. However, laundry in a lesser extent. When you talk about the car rental, car sales, laundry in a bigger extent. When you talk about partner, pretty much, if you give 100,000, you get back 100,000. So if the partner is for 10 months, 10 people, you get 10,000 this month, next month, till the 10th month, you get back 100,000. You don't get back any more money on your money. So therefore, it is not an investment. It is not a business. It's just circling your own money or other people's money together, and everybody gets payment. So we see that is the way that they try to launder the money. Apparently, some people was in business with her, and some people felt as if she was going around them like a circle. And they thought that, listen, sir, she got to go. So therefore, it is said that she was on one of those routes to pick up some partner money. Somebody spot her, they trailed her to the destination at that bar that she went to pick up partner money. That was when they wet them up. She was not as swift because the sister, she kind of thick. Thick people don't run too fast. Maybe in the NFL. However, in a real life, you cannot outrun these criminal elements, even with pants sagging. More than likely, they are going to catch you. Such is the case as it pertains to Lottie. The youth that was also with her, he was lucky, he was a little bit swifter, but him get caught, but him run and take for himself. It is said that they went over Lottie and pretty much emptied the clip. She was gone, done and dusted. So I told you that there were 2 references. The next one, Stefan Trenchfield, known as Brandon in the streets. Again from St. Elizabeth, again involved in lottery scamming. But he was not playing straight. He was supposed to launder the people money, take his share, and give back the lion's share to the people that he was in business with. So just like Lottie, Brandon was laundering the money. He was involved in a poker box. He was involved in car rental high-end. He was involved in car sales high-end, mid-end, low-end. However, it is all about laundering the money, making illegitimate money legal. However, people, nobody is fooled. So in reality, the only person that he was fooling was himself. It would later come back and haunt him. Mr. Brandon decided that he was going to make a fatal error by investing the people's money in himself. The last investment that he made was in that Mercedes-Benz black, to be specific, in which he ironically lost his life at the intersection of Dunrobin and Constant Spring, actually on Constant Spring Road. Based on the information, it is said that he went somewhere to pick up some money from the proceeds of laundry. What he usually do is that he invests. People that have the poker box, gambling places, they would then give him a winnings, saying that the money that he earns is from winnings from the poker box. He would give them 100,000, and then they give him back 80,000 and say that he won 80,000. Just in case the police pull up on him, tax people and pull up on him, him can say, him go gamble and win this. It is said that he was coming from one of those places when he was trailed. He went to go meet one of his middlemen, the name I will not give. That middleman seems as if he knew something. That middleman might have been guilty of setting him up. So the people knew that he was going to meet this middleman. And when he met the middleman and was driving down the road, it is said that a bike, 2 persons, a pillion, blazed up the vehicle. After the smoke cleared, it is said that that vehicle was sprayed up about 40 times or so. Mr. Brandon was blazed up all up the body, upper body, inner the face, right. He was pretty much done and dusted. Such is the case as it pertains to Lottie. Moral of the story is this. For all of you young people out there that have aspirations of getting involved in criminality, choppery, lottery scamming, it is risky enough just doing that because it leaves a paper trail. It is risky enough because a whole bunch of the murders in Jamaica are associated with lottery scamming. Yeah, some of them think them just make a money, make a food, and then when they get that food, the violence coming, whether they are going to take away other person's money or protect themselves, then it just escalates an avalanche of criminality and violence. And we see, as it pertains to Brandon, come from a good family, business family in a St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz to be specific. This youth was not suffering. He did not need to be involved in any sorts of criminal activity. But there's a thing that is called greed. There's a thing that is called addictive, contagious. It's a thing that is called, you think so you're too smart and you try to outsmart the people, and the people realize sooner or later you can fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And when persons doing illegal activity realize that they are being crossed, they are going to double cross you, they are going to X you, cross you out because they are going to be mad, angry, and miserable. Such is the case as it pertains to Lottie and Brandon, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the police special operation. They were literally dead set in killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or X amount of lead. And this was based on an operation or 2 operations that was conducted in a Old Harbor. The victims are not the victims, the 2 persons that lost their life justifiably so. Was one Ocean Rowe, known as Daddy One or Govern. I guess he did not really govern the place. The next person, Tiana Stevens, 17-year-old. Based on the information, it is said that at about 4:50 a.m. crack of dawn, special operations went with a warrant to be served. Pretty much a warrant of death. Upon approaching the premises, they were greeted by a round of corn, coming from Mr. Daddy One, obviously. So we know that the police, they are trying to go home, literally to their houses, wife and children, and they are trying to send persons home. So they return bigger fire, blaze them up like Capleton. After the smoke clear, Mr. Daddy One pretty much was out cold. Clutching on to his life, clutching on to a tool. He was sent to the afterlife. The tool was seized. Continuing on the quest of serving a second warrant, they went to a place known as Terminal that is in Old Harbor, just down the street, to serve a warrant on Mr. Tiani Stevens. Same circumstance, same result. Mr. Stevens was out cold. A Beretta was taken from him along with 7 rounds. He pretty much lost the final round. That was going to be his final round in life. He was out of here, sent to the afterlife. The moral of the story is this: whenever you live a life of crime, like they say, the good that you do, it follows you. The bad that you do, it haunts you, turn you into a dopey bot. And that is exactly what happened to Daddy One. And that is what happened to Mr. Stevens. Gone too soon, but not soon enough. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.